talk with a lot of clients for their gardens who need help with overgrown, weed-infested gardens, failing perennials that are getting crowded out, and invasive species. We have a whole team that deals with buckthorn and garlic mustard remediation so that we can get those invasive plants out of the landscape and help the native plants and the perennials thrive. Our garden maintenance services are customized for each client and their individual site. We have clients who have very overgrown gardens and need us to come in for maybe a one-time clear out. And then some clients would like to have us come in monthly. And oftentimes we're doing a more intensive weeding service in the beginning of the season to keep everything clean, to get it into a manageable place. And then we're moving in the later part of the season when it's hot and dry and weeds aren't growing as much to very few hours coming in. So we can scale up or down the service for weeding and garden maintenance depending on what's needed. Other garden maintenance services include pruning, splitting and dividing and moving perennials, planting of annuals, spring and fall cleanup. One thing that sets us apart in terms of spring and fall cleanup is that we're very focused on pollinator health, including the health of butterflies and moths. And that comes into play very acutely when looking at spring and fall cleanup. In the garden spaces, we tend to encourage clients to leave the leaves in the garden. So we might do a cutback. We'll often encourage folks to have us cut the plants back only part way, maybe leaving 6 inches of dead stalk material, or with the native plants to leave them up entirely all the way through the spring so that bees can come and take parts of the dead plant material to make their nests from. And then those leaves that we're leaving on the ground often have the cocoons or eggs of moths and butterflies wrapped up in them that will sit there on the ground through the fall and then emerge in the springtime. So we're taking into account the overall system health of the ecosystem locally when we're thinking about garden maintenance as well. Plant selection in Minnesota is critical. We need to select plants that are hardy, that will survive and even thrive. We tend to use native plants that can fill in garden spaces, and in doing so, they help prevent weeds. So we find that in the gardens that we install with native plants, we have a lot lower maintenance needs over time because there's just fewer weeds coming in. Our gardens are designed to stand the test of time, to grow thicker and healthier every year, not just for that first year of installation. One thing that sets us apart is that we focus on soil health in the gardens, and through the use of compost and proper mulching techniques, as well as combining the use of native plants with that, we're able to provide gardens that grow healthier, thicker, and stronger every year. Clients often ask us about maintenance requirements. How much will we have to do to maintain a new garden year after year? And they'll ask us about what to expect from the look as the garden matures year after year. And I think that's a very important thing for people to be thinking through, and that's something we consider in all of our garden designs.